Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should.
Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself.
You are a
child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life. Keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful. Strive to be happy.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right.
Yes. Good evening, all my South Orange Mayport listeners, and all those other listeners in the towns of Millburn, Livingston, Irvington, West Orange, East Orange, Orange, and Newark. Welcome to In the Village with Margie and Anselm on the South Orange Mayport Online Radio Experience, and live on the World Wide Web on SOMO.org, and the only radio show covering all your news, opinions, politics, talk, and sports happening in the South Orange Mayport and surrounding communities. You can listen to us every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. And reach us at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626 to participate in the discussion. As usual, we have an interesting program lined up for you this evening, and we look forward to your participation in the discussion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Yes, we did. it happens sometimes. It really does. And what happened is that, unfortunately, the mic was off. Boy, oh boy, the mic was off. And last night we had an interview with the cast from the Strollers. They're doing this play called 40 Years. And we had an interview, and the USB on the mixer was displaced. So we have to do that over again. And as we say that, I'm going to be flying solo this week, all by my lonesome. My co-host Marjorie is all the way out in Detroit visiting with her family. And hopefully, she tunes in. Yeah, I know she tunes. She normally tunes in. And she take a listen, because she was the one that actually called me last night and told me that there was no audio, and and we at the right time. Jeff Chandler, if you're listening, Jeff, special So More Out. We don't send shout outs here. Everybody sends shout out. We originate, we don't imitate. Everybody sends shout outs. Oh, I want to send a shout out to this one. I want to send a shout out. We not sending any shout outs. We sending So More Out. So Jeff Chandler, special So More Out to you. And I also have my good friend in Trinidad and Tobago, Marvin McKenzie. I'm sure Marvin is pretty tired right now after jumping up for Carnival. If you all know anything about Carnival, Carnival is the best. I'm saying the best show on earth. It's the best. There is no other carnival like Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. I'm not saying that because I'm from there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the truth. As a matter of fact, there was an article in, let me try to bring that article up. There was an article in, I think it's the Atlanta Black Star. Let me see if I can find that Trinidad and Tobago Carnival is the best carnival in the world. Now, they said it. I didn't. They said it. Right? Don't think because, let me see, Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. If my co-host was there, she'd be like, oh, no. There's no way. She never been to Trinidad Carnival. Listen, if you have never been to Trinidad Carnival, you got to go one day. You have to go. And I tell you, most people that go to Trinidad Carnival, they always go back. They always go back because it's that fun. And a word to the wise. This is a word to the wise. If you are married, don't let your wife go by herself. That's my listen, I'm giving you a good advice. Not that anything wrong will happen, but you just want to be sort of safe. You know what I mean? Carnival is such, when you don't know about Carnival is such a great thing. I'm looking for that article about 8 global festivals you don't want to miss. I wonder if this is it here. They talk about, let me see. No, that's not it. Hold up. Be patient with me here. I'm trying to get this article for you. I really wasn't going to talk about that. But sometimes, you digress into certain things, and it just happens. Let me see if this is it. 14 amazing facts you don't know about Trinidad and Tobago. No, that's not it. Anyway, I'm going to try to get that for you as we continue here in the Village of the Anselm and flying solo, this week. So let's go to some local news. See what's happening in the communities of South Orange and Maplewood. Swing Tongue offers free rehearsal performance for Maplewood residents 55 and up. Maplewood Community Music's Swing Tongue Band is offering a free open rehearsal for Maplewood residents aged 55 and up on Wednesday, February the 18th from 7 to 9 p.m. at the DeHart Community Center. That's tomorrow. Attendees are advised to grab some friends and your dancing shoes and come out for a fun night of song and dance. Light refreshment will be served. For free transportation to the event, contact the DeHart Community Center at 973-763-0750. That's 973-763-0750. Maplewood Community Music at DeHart Community Center. That will be at 120 Burnett Avenue in Maplewood. Again, the event starts at 7 p.m. The location is 120 Burnett Avenue in Maplewood. Reflecting back on 160 Maplewood Avenue, also known as the 1958 Post Office building. And this is opinion. As the much debated and maligned post office at 160 Maplewood Avenue closes, my mind does not turn to the still unknown future of the site or how I will adjust to bringing my mail down the hill to number 195, but instead to my childhood feeling excitement when it opened in the fall of 1958. The building was gleaming, new and efficient. It had a sleek, geometric facade that hugged the downhill slope with panels of handsome greenstone echoed by an aluminum grid of windows. There was a large delivery bay and nearby parking. I didn't know at the time that it was built in the modern, ultra-functional international style being promoted for public buildings during the Eisenhower era. The grand opening of the building on Maplewood Avenue instilled a great feeling of pride in the community that will astonish residents now. From 1912 until 1947, Maplewood's post office had been a lowly substation of that in South Orange, and it had resided in a series of small rented space. Finally, in 1958, after years of effort, Maplewood importance was recognized with a new building constructed expressly for the efficient handling of incoming and outgoing mail and packages. The community was jubilant at the dedication of the November the 22nd, 1958. A senator and high local and post office official gave speeches. There was a banquet, and as noted in the news record. So they're just talking a little bit about they're going to miss the Maplewood Post Office as it moved from 160 Maplewood Avenue to 195 Maplewood Avenue. And we're going to have some type of new construction going on at that building. We're going to try to get into a little bit of that, the rankings for the school here in South Orange and Maplewood. We already did Columbia High School for you. Tonight we're going to try to get to South Orange Middle School and Maplewood Middle School. Just look at the rankings here in our communities of South Orange and Maplewood. Let's go over to my good friend Joe Strupp at the maplewoodian.com. Inside the new post office, still delayed. We got a glimpse inside the new Maplewood Village Post Office today, down the street at 195 Maplewood Avenue. The office was not open this morning, but workers promised it will be up and running by early afternoon, citing some technical glitches. Back at the old space at 160 Maplewood Avenue, however, doors were locked, and yes, you will have no idea what happened, as no signage was in place telling will be postal customers where to go for services. So there you have it. Our beloved post office is closed, and we're getting a new post office at 195 Maplewood